So for N1 is in the middle of page 6, item 2026-0707, application of Virginia Singh and Manbar Singh for a special land use permit to allow a package store in the C2 zoning district in Tier 1 of the Hidden Hills Overlay District at 5395 Covington Highway. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name's Andrea Fulbright. I'm a senior planner with the current planning division. So as stated, 5395 Covington Highway, the request is for a special land use permit to allow a package store in the C2 zoning district. The parcel is also located in Tier 1 of the Hidden Hills Overlay. Community Council has recommended denial, as did Planning Commission, and the staff recommendation is also for denial. Here you can see where the subject site lies. It lies at the intersection of Covington Highway and South Harriston Road. It is a C2 general commercial zoning district, and it's surrounded by a mix of zoning districts, and it's mostly commercial uses. Here's where it lies within the Hidden Hills Tier 1 overlay. And here you can see that it's also located in one of our neighborhood centers. The Hidden Hills area has 2 neighborhood centers within it. So when we're thinking of new development, infill development in these areas, we want to be really intentional with the types of uses that are encouraged by the community. Specifically in neighborhood center, we're looking for a mix of commercial uses, offices, residential, and public spaces. New development should incorporate accessible development, but also pedestrian-oriented development. A lot of this is usually incorporated through design. Here's an aerial shot of the subject site. When staff was assessing the application, we looked at the compatibility with a lot of the surrounding land uses and some of the potential impacts that could occur. Most significantly, we look at SLUP 6 establishments. SLUP 6 establishments consist of a lot of automobile heavy uses. They consist of package stores, pawn shops, things that when clustered can actually cause negative impacts on neighborhood health and well-being. Here we've highlighted some of the other SLUP 6 that are directly within the vicinity of the subject site here. So you have a brake shop, you have an auto shop, you have 2 gas stations, an emission stations, and some auto-oriented drive-through establishments. Here is the site plan that's been proposed. It is an existing building. It was previously a Walgreens, so the applicant would be occupying the existing building. They've also noted that there's a potential for a build-out of a retail space. However, they have not been able to distinguish what that retail space would be. Part of reviewing this application includes the supplemental regulations for alcohol outlets. Our ordinance requires a distance requirement of 600 feet from any residence, church, school building or grounds, educational facility, college campus, adult entertainment establishment. When we look at the subject site, it is within 600 feet of an educational facility, specifically Amazing Kingdom Christian Academy. This is a Bright from the Stars, Georgia Department of Early Care and Learning. It's responsible for meeting child care needs, but also early education needs. It is a Georgia pre-K program, so they do offer daycare, but they also offer education services. Secondly, it's within the 600 feet distance of Solid Rock Missionary Baptist Church, which is a place of worship. So it falls within 2 of the supplemental regulation distance requirements. Oops. So staff is recommending denial consistent with section 4.1 SLUP 6 uses, section 746 compatibility of special land use criteria, section 428 supplemental regulations, as well as the neighborhood center character area intent and goals. The recommendation is denial. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now we will open the public hearing. Is there anyone in the audience here to speak in favor of this item? Or is the applicant here? I'm sorry, applicant. Good evening.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Good evening. My name is Manny Singh, and I'm here with my wife, Virginia Singh.
Good evening. One second, sir. Could we get the presentation back on our screens?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, once again, a good evening, Chairman and Commissioners. My name is Manny Singh, and together with my wife, Virginia Singh, we are here for the proposed redevelopment of this location of the Walgreens on 5395 Covington Highway. I would like to make a few points. First, this is a redevelopment project. We are proposing to take an approximate 14,000 square feet former Walgreens and invest quite a bit of money to bring the property back into productive commercial use. This is an existing commercial property at an established commercial intersection, not new development, being introduced into a residential neighborhood where beer and wine was already being sold by Walgreens. We are proposing to use 10,000 to 11,000 for the package store and the balance for community use or for a multiple retail if possible. Second, we have listened to the community. We have made changes to the project, including enhanced security, lighting, operational controls, proposed community space, and continued community involvement. And we will be owner operating this property. It's not a leased location. So that way we are going to be able to maintain the property and not have any loitering or any other issues going on the property. Third, we have also received 7,000 plus online petition signatures and approximately 250 physical signatures supporting the redevelopment of this property. We understand that there are opposing voices, but we respectfully ask that the substantial support for this project also be considered. Fourth, the primary issue raised by staff involves the nearby daycare. The zoning ordinance does not define the term educational facility. The facility next door, Amazing Kingdom, is licensed as a child care learning center. It also, fifth, before submitting our application, we hired a licensed Georgia surveying company to prepare the required survey separation and the distance separation. These distances are the exact ones that are on the Dekalb County application forms, where we have to be 200 yards from a school or a church or a home. And if I don't have the survey online here, but it was submitted with the plans, and we are all beyond that 200-yard distance. And also, after reviewing the property, the surveyor told us in writing, this is a child daycare and is not one of your requirements for the survey. We also had our pre-submittal meeting with the planning staff, with the actual survey on March 16th, and submitted our application on April 2nd. The daycare interpretation was not raised until months later, after we had already made substantial investments in the project. We respectfully ask the board to consider this difference in interpretation before denying the application. Sixth, regarding neighborhood character and the 2050 plan, we understand the county's desire for pedestrian-friendly and community-oriented development. Because we are reusing an existing building, we are willing to work with the county on reasonable conditions, including landscaping, facade improvements, pedestrian enhancements, lighting, and security. Finally, the staff report references a Georgia State University study. We respect that research, but we respectfully ask that our application be judged on its own facts, the specific property, the operator, the surrounding commercial environment, and the conditions we are willing to accept. We support the neighborhood center vision through responsible, adaptive reuse. And I also like to make sure that the distances that are measured are not like a crow flies. It's driving distances or walking distances. Solid Rock Church is not within 200 yards, and that is certified on that survey that we have submitted. It's 2 pages on there. Commissioners, we're not asking you to ignore the concerns that have been raised. We are asking you to consider all of the evidence, the ordinance language, the survey's professional opinion, the redevelopment investment, our willingness to accept reasonable conditions, and the substantial community support. We respectfully request your approval of this SLUB. Thank you for your time and consideration, and I will request my business partner, Mr. Ralph Branch, to take a few minutes in this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Good evening to the chair,
Good evening.
members of the board. Thank you in advance for your consideration. I would like to start out by thanking Mr. Thomas Ford from the Stonecrest Chamber of Commerce and editor for the South Dekalb Voice for his fair and impartial reporting that helped us reach over 7,000 online signatures. My name is Ralph Morgan Branch IV. I want to respectfully bring this discussion back to what it actually is before you tonight. Zoning. It's not simply a question about a package store. It's a question about this proposed use as it is supposed to be appropriate for this property. Whether it can be reasonably operated, whether this investment can help move an underutilized commercial corridor forward. I want to establish something that I believe is important. We have a track record of doing exactly that. Madam Commissioner Davis Johnson, respectfully, my partner and I for many years owned and operated a Chevron in your neighborhood, where I had the privilege of meeting your husband and son there as customers. We didn't simply own a business in your neighborhood, we operated responsibly and without incident. We also built the shopping plaza at Covington Highway and Dekalb Medical Parkway, a development that remains standing and serving the community to this day. So when we talk about responsible ownership, investment, and giving back, these aren't things that we're promising for the first time. There is a record behind them. Today, we're prepared to make approximately a $6 million private investment into new construction, not new construction, but infill of an existing retail box. The building alone represents approximately a $3 to $4 million investment. The mortgage on that building is expected to be $32,000 to $38,000 every month before we can account for salaries, utilities, inventory, insurance, security, maintenance, and property taxes. The business anchor, therefore, has to generate substantial ongoing economic activity simply to sustain the investment before a meaningful return is even realized. This is a serious financial commitment, and this corridor needs investment. We've seen disinvestment, property vandalism, illegal dumping, unauthorized uses of our property. And we know that when investment leaves a corridor, blight has an opportunity to take its place. I want to help reverse that. I want a chance to give back. I want to help rebuild. That's why I've gone beyond simply asking for an approval. I've submitted a community service and public safety addendum. We proposed a community advisory table to create ongoing community accountability and assist in the selection of the multi-use retail infill. We proposed civic, community, public safety space available free of charge at $50,000 to $125,000 per year, donated to the county. And throughout this process, we have repeatedly been willing to modify, improve, reconsider the aspects of the proposal in an effort to address community concerns and build support. I never said that this is my plan, take it or leave it. We said, tell us what can make it better. I believe that matters in a zoning decision, because good development isn't just about what happens inside the building, it's what happens around it. It can give surrounding property owners confidence. It can make the next restaurant possible. It can make the next investment possible. That's how corridors begin to change. And Georgia's numbers demonstrate that alcohol commerce generates legitimate economic activity and taxation, more than $200 million annually in state alcoholic beverage taxes. With Georgia's broader wine industry alone for fiscal year 2025, it shows that approximately $7.74 billion in economic activity and more than $1.15 billion in combined business and consumption taxes. I'm not claiming that this property will produce those statewide numbers, but it will contribute. I'm saying economic activity is real. We are prepared to put $6 million of our own capital at risk to participate in it. I have personally put my time, resources, reputation, and credibility on the line throughout this process. It's been a difficult journey. Because we believe in Dekalb. And tonight, I'm asking this board for something very simple. Give me a chance to give back. Give us a chance to invest. Give us a chance to rebuild. Judge us by our record. Judge this proposal by its conditions. Judge this property by what it can become. And most importantly, judge this application by the zoning standards and the evidence before you, not the assumptions made about what the business is called. Because revitalization does not begin by denying new developments. Sometimes it begins with one investor willing to go first. I'm willing to go first. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That does exhaust the time for the applicant. At this time, is there anyone in opposition? Good morning, ma'am. Morning, good evening, ma'am. I know, we're usually here in the morning. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Go ahead.
Hi.
Just make sure the clock is on the calendar, on the screen before you start. And it's a collective 10 minutes.
Okay. Hi. Good
All right, there you go.
afternoon. I am in opposition of the package store and the liquor store. As mentioned earlier, there are 2 daycares and a church within a 600-foot radius. Within 2-mile radius, there's also 5 liquor stores or package stores. I am simply suggesting that we put something there that's already in place, like an urgent care for children, as the only children's urgent care we have is in Chamblee and in Stockbridge. If not children's, at least in urgent care. With the daycares around, the elementary schools, middle schools, and the pediatricians around, I think that we need something for after the pediatricians close, or even something that the kids don't have to go all the way to either downtown Atlanta, past some, to get the care that they need. We have nothing in the area for children. Hillingdale doesn't do anything for the children. Dekalb Medical doesn't do anything for the children as well. So we need something in that area for children, and that's what I would like to suggest. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next speaker.
Good evening. My name is Phyllis Frierson. I live at 1528 Hidden Hills Parkway in Stone Mountain. And I am also the president of the Greater Hidden Hills Community Development Corporation. Our organization was founded in 2011 to support the Hidden Hills Overlay Code, which was adopted in 2011 to encourage a variety of desirable businesses such as sit-down restaurants, cafes, high-end grocery stores, medical offices, a variety of retail options, entertainment venues, and professional services. We encourage developers to consider the demand for higher-end businesses in our area. They could capture the dollars we spend in Decatur, Avondale, Estates, Tucker, and North DeKalb. We discourage undesirable businesses such as liquor stores, pawn shops, check cashing establishments, convenience stores, gas stations, fast food restaurants, and auto repair shops because they lower property values and cause more crime, according to a study commissioned by DeKalb County and conducted by the Georgia State University Department of Criminal Justice and Criminality. There are 22 liquor stores within 5 miles of this location. There are more than 100 other places in this zone where you can buy beer, wine, and pre-mixed drinks. There are 2 daycare centers, 1 middle school, and a church within 1,000 feet of the location. The community does not want a liquor store near these youth and faith facilities. In response to the applicant's petition, note that we agree with the overall objective that people want investment. They want safer, cleaner, and more vibrant commercial corridors. Liquor stores do not meet these goals. The community has met with the applicant. We listened carefully. He did not change our commitment to improving the business environment in this part of DeKalb County. More than 1,200 people have signed the petition in opposition, and dozens of people attended 3 protests of the application. We respectfully request that you deny this application. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good evening.
Good
My
evening.
name is Charles Pigler. I've been a community activist in DeKalb County for over 25 years. If you're all familiar with the public projects there where that Walgreens is, there were some conditions put on that whole corner there. No liquor stores, no peep shows. Back then, it was in 1996 that we went through the same thing that we're going through now. Liquor stores bring no value to my property. I live in Kings Ridge. and I have not seen millions of dollars of improvement to that building, and I pass it every day. So maybe he's seeing something that I'm not seeing. But the thing about it is that we have enough liquor stores, enough gas stations, and all you can bring me is a liquor store and a gas station. That's just ruined my real estate. I really have respectfully that y'all decline and deny that project. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Appreciate you all listening. I'm going to be pretty short. The area I am pastor of Solid Rock Missionary Baptist Church, the church that is in question, it is indeed within their outside and also the daycares. I don't know why they get up here and forge numbers, but it's already been shot down one time, and we hope that you all shoot it down again, because it is something that we don't want in our community. I am also a resident of Lithonia for 31 years, over 31 years, so I come down Covington Highway all the time. I worked at the VA, so my main route was always up and down Covington Highway. We just ask that you all go ahead and deny them, make this the last call for alcohol. Thank you.
Next speaker, please.
Yeah, good evening, Commissioners. I'm Rod Frierson, President of the Hidden Hill Civic Association. We live in the center part of this community, in the center part of Central Dekalb. I speak on behalf of 1,640 residents who ebb and flow in this space. Partnerships are critical as we strive to create a community that we all aspire to see. Following our meetings with Mr. Singh and his partner, we discussed our vision for enhancing our community and a commitment to supporting businesses that contribute positively. It is clear that Mr. Singh's primary focus is on his business and the revenue that it generates. Our goal is to shape the future of Central DeKalb, and we need to avoid being limited by just another package store. We have 22 liquor stores in 5 miles. That says enough.
All right.
Next speaker, please.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Joel Edwards. I live at 2129 Tudor Castaway in Kings Red subdivision, about a half a mile away from the proposed so-called liquor store. Bottom line, we do not need liquor stores in the predominantly black neighborhood anymore. Anymore.
Please keep your clapping down.
No family
Remember the
restaurants. We
rules,
need
please.
family
Thank you.
restaurants. We don't get that. We want you all to oppose this liquor store project because we do not need it in our neighborhood. And I am not only speaking for myself, I'm speaking for the residents of Kings Ridge subdivision, Hidden Hills, all the neighborhoods in that particular area. Now, my man that came up before me and is in favor of it. I mean, hey, he gives us a song and dance, but he sounds like Donald Trump to me. You know? So my thing is that, please, no liquor store. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
I'm going to try and make this quick as possible. My name is Samson Burrell. I live in the 5th District. I heard the applicant address Commissioner Marita Davis Johnson. I'm going to address Commissioner Marita Davis Johnson and every commissioner on this board. This is what we have in District 3, 4, and 5. As of today, we have 118 liquor stores between District 3, 4, and 5. 118. In District 1 and 2, we have 42 liquor stores. In District 3, 4, and 5, we have 138 gas stations. Only 52 in District 1 and 2. In District 3, 4, and 5, we have 152 auto places, car lots, tire zones, auto zones, O'Reilly's, advanced autos, car repair shops, 58 storage units. Listen, let me make this clear. And this is to the people of DeKalb County and to this board. No more of these liquor stores, gas stations, Family Dollars, Dollar Generals, tire shop. If it ain't bringing money to the community, we don't want it. And since he addressed Marita Davis Johnson, you've been sitting on this board for 11 years. And in 11 years, the 5th district has been a dump. It is the worst in the state of Georgia. So I'm going to say this now. Any commissioner that vote for businesses that do not uplift the community expect to lose in the primary because we're coming for you. Thank you.
We have 30 seconds left.
30 seconds. I moved to this neighborhood 35 years ago, and I come out of my driveway inside of Hidden Hills, 2108 Wedgewood Drive, Stone Mountain, and I saw that Walgreens there. That store has only been closed less than a year. So we have not had time to have blight and to hear this gentleman say that's what would happen. There are 22 liquor stores in our area. My property value, I've watched my property decline just within the last year.
Thank you, ma'am.
So
your time is exhausted.
I
Thank
agree
you.
with the gentleman before, Marita.
Thank
you're
you,
on
ma'am.
notice.
If staff could come back and restate their recommendations, please.
Staff recommendation is for denial.
Thank you. This is in District 5 and Super District 7. Is there a motion?
Yes, I have a motion and a comment. I vote for denial of this item, and I have a comment.
Please hit the button to request to speak.
Second.
Commissioner Bolton has seconded. Go ahead, Commissioner Davis Johnson, you have the floor. First opportunity to speak.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, first of all, if you all
Let me
had,
get the time. Thank you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, if you had contacted my office and talked to me about it, we could have had, I think, a respectful discussion of it. Secondly of all, I've been on this board for 11 years. DeKalb County has been established since the early 80s. Policies were made originally in DeKalb County that affects not only you, but affects me as well. Because guess what? I live in South DeKalb, and I live in the 5th District. And my district and the place that I live is not a dump. We have Arabia Mountain, we have Hillendale Hospital, we have 2 Casa Parentes, we have Publix, we have Arabia Mountain, and I can go on and on. And if you think that you're going to bring any type of development to your district, calling it a dump, think again. You know, so I live in South DeKalb. My values, my home values are contingent upon what is put in South DeKalb. But I'm proud, just in the 11 years that I've been here, what I have brought to our community. You know, we getting ready to build Lucius Sanders. It hadn't been a center of youth center for the youth in East DeKalb since the 80s. My children played at Lucius Sanders when they were 5 and 6, and now they 30-something. No one has ever brought a community center to East DeKalb. We building a $7.5 million Lucius Sanders Center in the 5th District, East DeKalb. Did the same thing for our seniors. This is what I initiated. Doing the same thing for our seniors at Bruce Street. So I don't have to be lectured about what I do not do, because I try to enhance the quality of life for our youth, for our seniors, and for our citizens. And so if anyone had called, and some did call and talk to me, including the applicants, because I talk to everyone, I listen, I get information. I don't try to rouse up people for my own personal political reasons. I talk to them, and I'm respectful for them. But do believe everything that I do is for the 5th District and the benefit of DeKalb County. And once again, I will close by saying the 5th District is far from a dump. If I want to sell my house, you think I'm going to put for sale, please buy my dump? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put my first foot forward, my best foot forward. And that's what I do for not only South DeKalb and my district, but for DeKalb County as a whole, because I live here. I have the choice to live any place that I would like to live in DeKalb County, and I chose and I choose South DeKalb County. So thank you, and I yield back.
Thank you, Commissioner Davis Johnson. Commissioner Bolton, you have the floor for your first opportunity.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I did just want to take a brief moment to address the applicant because you did mention that you guys put in the effort for plan modifications. You talked about adaptive reuse, and you also mentioned your community engagement, which is all things that we want. The concern is the anchor. So what I would like to do is give you an opportunity to withdraw and propose a different anchor. If you consider that within 2 miles, over 2 miles is the nearest grocery. We had community members mention some things that they would like in this area. They talked to me about it, they talked to you about it, and just interested in knowing if you considered some of those things. There's no neighborhood market, no neighborhood grocery, no food mart. We talked about making this space more walkable, so putting things in place that the community wants and can walk to with a different anchor that community members want. So considering that we don't want the liquor store, the package store, are you willing to withdraw?
Thank you for your questions and concerns. At this juncture, we are not going to withdraw. If the commissioners would like to deny us, that's fine. But I'd like to make one comment, if that's okay. On the survey that was done is by a Georgia certified surveying company, and this is a form that is on DeKalb County's website, how distances are measured. They're not in a straight line. The straight line from the Solid Rock Church door to the Walgreens door is 700 feet, which is more than 200 yards. But if you go with this survey, based on the driving and the walking distance, is 332 yards. This was not even brought up before. I'm surprised it's being brought up today. Thank you.
And what was shown by staff today, they showed driving distance. They didn't show a straight line. They did show driving distance in their presentation. And so that's what we're going to go with as the Board of Commissioners, what was presented by staff regarding the project. And with that, I yield back.
Commissioner Bolton, if I may, 1 second. Is there a way that we could probably work through any
we can't work through anything with a denial.
Okay, I got you. Yes,
yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Commissioner Bolton, you've yielded your time. Commissioner Davis Johnson, would you like to speak again?
Just briefly.
Okay.
And when I spoke with the applicants, I did in fact ask them if they wanted, if they would want to withdraw, we would consider that. And they never got back with me on that. So that's my motion for denial, and I hope my second stands.
A second stands.
Thank you so much. Seeing no further requests to speak, please open the machine for the vote. Motion to deny carries. So now we're going to move to page 7, item N4. All in favor? It's unanimous. Thank you so much. Thank you.